Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Ginger's Corner Scraps to Embellishment special event. It's Secret Santa 12 Days of Christmas, and today it is day 7 swans of swimming. So it's to create a beach Santa in a swimsuit. So I'm kind of going off the rails here a little bit, but I'm sticking with it. I am going to use a bunch of dyes. This one I'm going to only use two out of, the one on the left. And then this one here, it is um, Spellbinders, and it's one of those monthly ones, and it is Road Trip. But this one here goes with it, and I lost that die there. Couldn't find it. Well, when I went to take them out of the package, it stuck to the back, so I do have it. And here's all my dies. I wanted to show how many. I mean, it took up a big space there. And some I had to cut out twice because, there's like two tires on the car, and things like that. And this is the front and the back of the car. And I'm going to use it as the back. It makes like a 3D car. And so you can make it deep, and it has little sections for like the back seat, the front seat, and so on. And I'm only going to do the back, but I'm still going to have layers here. Quite a few, actually. I did put foam tape under these two pieces here so that my bumper would come out and not be completely flat. And cars years ago had a tire on the back that looked all kind of fancy. Well, not all cars, of course, but the fancy ones did. And so I have the white wall out because back years ago, the white wall would be out. And I remember when I was young and first started driving and putting, tires on the car and stuff, they'd say, "Do you want the white out or in?" Well, everybody was putting it in then. So I said in. I don't even know if they're white at all on either side. They never asked that anymore. I started to put the back seat on there, and I was going to make it flat, so I started to use just the tearing tape, but then I decided to make it dimensional because I want like a space there between the back and the front. And I am making Santa here. And so he's going to be a little different. See that right there? That is his swimsuit. And I am showing this now. See, years ago, these were swimsuits for men. And that's what I had in mind when I made the candy stripe top there, because it's part of Santa's swimsuit. And he does look kind of skinny here, but I figure it'll be okay. I he might have lost weight being out all night delivering. It might have been a little rough on him. He really needed a vacation at the beach. So he is on his way there. He's not quite there yet, but he is in a swimsuit and he has got his stuff ready to go. This part here, the hat and the hair, came out of that smaller die set because it has a Santa and it has a reindeer. And I put this one part on there. As soon as I do, I think that just don't look right. And I think, well, I'm going to get my scissors and cut up the edge of my bottom tassel-like thingy on the hat. And when I went to pull it up and everything, I noticed it had like a little groove there, like embossed. And I went to pull it and it was cut. So I didn't have to. I just had to rearrange the white part on there. Now, the ball on the end of his hat is super tiny. I thought, man, I won't be able to get that on there very easy. So I got my little jewel picker thing out to pick it up with and put it on. It went on really, really good. And I highlighted the hat. And this is the reindeer, and I'm figuring he's Rudolph because he's kind of on the small side. And Rudolph, was smaller than the other reindeer. But my goodness, his antlers are really tiny too. I had to use scissors. I don't think I could have got them on there without the scissors. But both of them are going to sit in the front seat, and then in the back seat, I am going to have my supplies for it to be beach trip here. And there's surfboard and a ball. And I went ahead and did the ball because there's like two pieces that are super, super tiny. I was afraid I'd lose them. I thought as long as I had them punched out of the die that I was going to go ahead and glue them together. But this one here, I put a back on there so I'd have something to glue the pieces to. However, I wanted to inset the white. So that's what I'm doing right now so that it'll be smoother. And my surfboard and the ball will go in the back seat. And I started to use this and it worked fine on the hat, but it didn't work when I went to do this. And so I got another one out, and it's not very good. But I will find one when you see the photos that does look a little bit better. But I'm adding a few highlights. I don't have to add a whole lot because my car is on the shiny side. I figured Santa, I need a red car. But I think the last time I used this dye, I did a red car too. But I have this red mirror cardstock, and I thought, oh, it'd be so pretty for a convertible. I am putting tear tape on here instead of gluing it on with the liquid glue. I used quite a bit of tear tape on this because I thought I might want to move things around. However, I don't end up moving these things. And I set the windshield back on there for a minute just to see where I wanted to put the back seat. And I knew I had to get it down low enough not to see, I guess it's the support part. It didn't look like it needed to go up. I just needed one level there. So I am arranging it where it goes down. And then I'm just going to attach the Santa and the reindeer to it before I put my windshield on. Now, I couldn't quite figure out how I wanted to put the arm on there, so I thought I'd wait till I got these parts together. And I'm still not going to like it after I do it. All through the video, the arm will be one way, but you will see in the photos that I changed it, and I will explain how I changed it. Because I had to go a while ago and do it over again. And at the time, I thought, man, I would have thought there'd be a piece for the mirror to look like a mirror. So I'll end up going through the pieces and figuring out one I think might be it, and it's going to go on there. So a couple things will be changed because of that. That being me watching this video and looking at this car, I did put the mirrors on the side, but like I said, the rear view mirror will have uh, some mirror on there, and I hope it's the piece that goes there. It looked like the right size. It fit, so it went on there. It was a little different shape, but it went on there. And there's Santa's arm. And even though I tested it, didn't like it that way, I did it again and went ahead and glued it on there. But it'll come off really easy, even though I used liquid glue, which was surprising. It didn't mess it up at all. So I went ahead and used the same arm. I tried my very best to run the arm through the machine only halfway. However, there's like several things on that die, and there was just absolutely no way I could figure out to do it. And you're all probably thinking, what? I was trying to find a way to hand cut from the elbow up. However, like I said, it didn't work, so I used the same arm. I am adding pieces here. I would have liked to have some I tried alcohol ink and red on some clear packaging. Well, it was packaging, yes. Well, it was stuff you put stickers on, but it was clear. And I had too many streaks in there. I didn't like that, so I am just using the same thing I used for the car and putting it on top of the tail lights. And look at all those pieces. I didn't know what went where. And so I'm kind of guessing here. Part of it probably went on the front of the car and shouldn't even been red at all. But I haven't done the front of the car yet, I don't think. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I did. I think I did after all. I might have done it twice before now. Here I'm trying to get them on there and situated. And I did use the tearing tape on the back of them so that I could move them around a lot easier than I could the liquid glue. while I am trying to put all those little pieces on there, I want to mention that down there below you'll find a playlist, and it'll be Scraps to Embellishment playlist, and it will have the 12 days of Christmas on there. So you can check them out and see what everybody else created for the 12 days of Christmas. And I do have a partner to swap with, so these will all be going to someone else. Now, on this, this large die set of the month, the road trip, I did the thing where you buy the cart before the horse. I bought the little Santa with the hat. It was like $1 on, I think it might have been Black Friday a couple of years ago. And I bought it thinking, well, I'll get the car sometime or another. Or maybe I could even get it fit in that truck. However, I had to wait like a long time. I got this like a year later. And so I finally got the car to go with the Santa, but this is the first time I use the Santa and Rudolph. But there's the car, and you can see his arm is changed. I put a little clip with my scissors. I clipped it just a little bit where the elbow went, put some liquid glue on there and bent it where I'd feel more comfortable with the way the arm was going. It looked so stiff before. Now, people do hold it straight up, but I was wanting it to look like this, so I like it a lot better. And you can see the little mirror on the rear view mirror too. But I had a lot of fun making it, and I will be back tomorrow with another one. But check out the playlist down there below. Bye. Have a happy, scrappy week.